Welcome to the Creators Initiative podcast, where we have a raw and authentic conversation about the highs and lows of creating media to start or grow our business and personal brand and how we can overcome it all. I am your host, DP, editor, and content creator, Leah Lowe. And in today's episode, I'm going to tell you a story of someone I knew that went viral on TikTok and how this viral post gave me a new perspective on the genuine disconnect with new and current personal brands and business owners who believe that viral equals immediate passive income. So let's talk about vanity metrics. Vanity metrics are data points that may look impressive on the surface but don't necessarily prove or provide meaningful insights into the success or effectiveness of content. In essence, when creators become fixated on vanity metrics, it can hinder their ability to share content that is meaningful, authentic, and valuable to both themselves and their audience. It's important for creators to shift their focus towards metrics that truly reflect engagement, impact, and resonates with their audience rather than simply chasing numbers for the sake of validation. And what's crazy is I think I heard people in the background like, why is it I'm always in studios that have like the thinnest walls? Like that just happened. But it's okay. We move forward. I'm not mad about it. I'm just like, wow, that really happened. I just like heard it feedback in my okay. Anyway, squirrel. But as I was saying, probably missed the whole point of that bit right there because I got distracted. But I'll just repeat it, right? Okay, so it's important for creators to shift their focus towards metrics that truly reflect engagement, impact, and resonates with their audience rather than simply chasing numbers for the sake of validation. And also that is clearly easier said than done to actually create content for yourself and that, actually helps your audience. That's definitely easier said than done because I've gotten caught up multiple times in creating this content that I had to take a break. I had to take a second and regroup to make sure that I was creating, most importantly for myself, but also for my future audience because I'm currently building the audience right now. And that probably the worst part of all of this is like, who the heck am I talking to? I'm just starting out and I feel like I'm talking to myself and five of my best friends, which is great. I love them and I love the encouragement that they give, but it is hard. It is indeed hard. So let's talk about the story of this friend that I had that went viral on TikTok, okay? So I knew someone personally whose post went viral on TikTok, and let's not talk about the fact that maybe possibly when this episode airs, that TikTok might not be around anymore, especially if they don't sell. But if it is around, then this is a great episode, okay? So she went viral on TikTok for all this stuff went down that they might have to sell. And she had 15 million views, 2.3 million likes, and 17.7 thousand comments, and 73.1 thousand saves. The post featured four nurses, all pregnant at the same time. So the post was something funny, possibly rare. Well, actually, it really was funny. Even I laughed when I saw it, but it might be rare. And if you work as a nurse, it was relatable. Now, brands reached out to this individual after this post went viral. I don't know what happened, whether that person got paid or, there was other brand deals, but I do remember being there when somebody was reaching out to pay this person for whatever it was. So people reached out. It was great. It was a great time. It was a great, great time. Now, understandably, this person and their significant other felt they could leverage this post or not really this post in particular, but just the newfound reach that they had from this post to promote their part-time business as a personal trainer. They also wanted to invest in a website invest in a website for online personal training that would be tailored to each individual's weight loss needs. All of this is really important. This is the plot twist here. All of this would be passive income. Like the whole goal of creating all this was to create passive income. Okay. So can this individual make passive income as an online personal trainer? Now, if this wasn't a podcast and I was just telling you one-on-one, no. That's a simple answer. No, they cannot make passive income as an online trainer. But of course, this is a podcast. I have to give you more information, right? I have to give you the whole synopsis, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, so this individual is currently a full-time nurse, which means that they can't reasonably. They can do it. They can totally do it if they want to, but they're probably going to sacrifice sleep, food, their mental health, all the things to do this. So that's why I say reasonably. They can't reasonably build a website from scratch, process payments, and create tailored workout and meal plans for every single person who purchases a $15 subscription. And we never talked about how much the subscription was going to be. Maybe it was 15, but I'm just going to throw out a number and just say that the subscriptions were going to be like $15, $10, okay? Now, they will have to invest in a web designer. Oh, sorry, a web developer, web designer, web manager, customer service rep, more than one personal trainer to handle inquiries and create these tailored workout and meal plans. If they decide to save money and hire a cheap web developer, designer, manager, customer service rep, and personal trainers, the brand could take a hit. It could not take a hit. I always want to put out there because I mean, there's so many trash brands out there right now that still are making money. So obviously, you can be a piece of work and still make money. But let's just say though, they can't overcome this, okay? And their brand or their business has a negative user experience because they went the cheap route. And of course, they can go the other way, opposite route, and they can invest in the best developer, designer, manager, customer service reps, and personal trainers money can buy for a positive user experience. But now you just became a startup company who needs to find investors ASAP, and you have no portfolio for these investors to actually see if this is a profitable company to invest in. Because once again, with this all based on one viral post. So either way, there isn't any passive income. That's the most important part of this. Like they could make money in the future. This could be a great business endeavor. But as far as passive income goes, no, they cannot. They cannot generate passive income with this business model. Now, this is a misconception with views and follower count because because of just one viral post, this individual thought they could make passive income from a post that wasn't even about personal training and fitness, but nursing. There's no dig. There's no dig there, like because they are not the only ones that have approached me and talked to me about social media and really truly believe that they can make some money in the next 3 days and buy a mansion and $1 million car collection, like a 10,000 square foot home and $1 million car collection. They are not the only ones. Unfortunately, social media really is out here selling dreams. So there's that. But now, I will say this caveat. Now, if this post went viral for some relatable humor in the gym as a personal trainer, they still wouldn't make passive income, but like the trajectory that they wanted to go with promoting their personal brand, their personal training business would make sense, and in the future it probably would take off. I really feel like it would take off, okay? But like I said, this wasn't even about fitness. This was about nursing. Okay? So, as I said before, they're not alone with having this perception of social media and content going viral. This is actually vanity metrics at its core. Like it's like honestly the worst of the worst when it comes to vanity metrics. Like, there's some things that, you feel like, okay, I've been consistent for like 6 months. Shoot, I've been consistent for like 2 years and I'm not seeing anything. And it's like, yeah, you still gotta go, bro. You still gotta show up. You still gotta show up. Versus like this right here, which is just sad. Not sad in like, that they thought this way, just sad that like that was a very viral, very viral post that reaped nothing, that benefited no one financially or anything. It was just cool for the moment, and it sucks. And that's social media. So I want to say this: and I want to give solutions rather than just beating down on someone or anybody who's had experience with a post going viral and wanting to know what is the next step. How can I capitalize on this moment off of this newfound fame? So I want to give solutions. So if you want, first of all, I want to be realistic before I even give you the solutions. If you want to make passive income online, you must know it's going to take time. And I know that sucks. We live in a microwave society. Everything, we got Uber Eats, we got DoorDash, We got same day delivery from, Amazon. I mean, on demand videos. If a video doesn't load within 3 seconds, I'm on to the next. I'm on the next movie on Netflix. So yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. It's hard for me, honestly, to come out here and say that I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to take time, and Lord knows I don't want to be patient. But that's what happens. Like that's how you're going to make passive income, online especially, is that you just gotta know and gotta make peace with the fact that it's going to take a minute and be okay with it and enjoy the process. So any creator or personal brand that you know or follow that is selling courses or Notion templates as their form of passive income has 10 plus years of experience. And I really want to harp on experience because this is something actually has grind my gears and has bothered me is when people I know that I no longer talk to. So there's that. But still, I knew would like really push me to sell a product that I had like very little experience in. And I'm just like, okay, that's for me, that's just unethical. That's just me. You can learn something 3 days ago and decide to start a course and make money off of that. Do you, boo? You've grown. You can do whatever you want. But for me in my house, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't feel confident, nor can I stand up to scrutiny if I only learned this 3 days ago, right? And so I have been a photographer, videographer, now cinematographer, DP, all those things for the last 10 years, right? I hit that mark, that 10 plus year mark of experience. So I can tell you all about videography. I can tell you all about photography, just to get a picture that is crisp and clean, to get a video that's just professional, not cinematic, but just professional. I know that that stuff like the back of my hand because I've had all the experience to get to where I am today. So I can teach you where I was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 8 years ago, right? I can create a course like that. I can teach that all day long, start a YouTube channel, things because I have the experience. But I'm not gonna go out here and talk about, you know, scaling a business and hiring people because that's what I'm doing now. So maybe here in 5, 10 years, I'll teach about that later. But now that's what I'm learning now. So why would I show up on social media and do that? But here's the thing: everybody does that now. That's what we do on social media. We barely know anything, and we immediately are experts, and we just go on here and we just tell people how they can do it in 30 days, which is not the case. So just know, whether they're saying it or not, that they have 10 years of experience. They know a thing or two. They did not learn this in 30 days. And if they did say that they're, you know what, if you're looking at the podcast, I'm looking at the camera like, bro. So anyway, they have 10 plus years of experience and 5 plus years of building a loyal following that knows, likes, and trusts them enough to buy their products. That's a big factor, okay? The fact that you know, here's the thing. And I'll talk about it in another podcast. I think I'm recording that today. Is the fact that the bigger the price tag, the more they need to know and like and trust you. Okay? It's easy to part with $10, $5, $15, $45. Now granted the economy's trash right now. Interest rates are just super high. So maybe 45 is going to break the bank, but in a perfect world before the pandemic, $40, yeah, I can pay that and I wouldn't think twice about it, right? But when you're trying to get people to buy your course or buy your product or service that's 300, 3,000, 30,000, they're going to need more time and they're going to need to know you and trust you. So like I said, with these people who are making passive income, 10 plus years of experience, 5 years of building a loyal following that knows, likes, and trusts them. So whatever they throw out in front of them, they're going to buy because they know them, they like them, and best believe they trust them. Okay? So you might find, now I will say this, you might find that one outlier that took 2 years to passive income, but realistically, and I'm all about being a realist here, 10 to 5 years is what I've seen and others seen and studied of consistency to passive income. Okay. I don't want to be the outlier. I would love that though. I would love to do a lot of things in 2 years and hit it big. That's great. Let's, I don't know, go get, slim chickens or something. But other than that, if it doesn't happen and it happens in 10 years, I'm more than willing to stick with this for 10 years, knowing that it'll pay off rather than sticking with it for 2 and it doesn't pop off. And then, well, I guess I'm done with that. No, 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 I'm here for the long haul. I'm here until it pops off, even if it takes me 15 years. So there's that. There's my little rant. I'm gonna get off my soapbox. I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. But yeah, that's my rant. But I want to say this: if this individual is serious about creating passive income in the future with their online training, then this is the content strategy I would give them. Post consistently for the next 6 months to 5 years. Mm, I know nobody likes that one. 6 months was a stretch, but now you're telling me 6 months to 5 years? Good grief. Okay, but here we're trying to establish that rock solid brand for future passive income. We're not trying to get some money quick. Okay, so the next 6 months I feel like is that get rich quick scheme. You could do that. You can make money real quick, maybe possibly. But if I really want to make sure that I'm gonna just profit passively from this brand that I'm building, 5 years. Just keep working at it. It's great. It's awesome. Patience is a virtue. Okay. Now, after this person establishes their niche through posting consistently, this person, and I'm definitely like thinking about the person, is that this person needs to remember that their body is their billboard. So remember, this example is somebody who's in the fitness industry. So if you are listening to this podcast and you are also in the fitness industry, are you thinking about being in the fitness industry? Or you've been in it for a while? This is my advice to you. That your body is a billboard. It's the best thing. I really want to say that's the best thing about fitness, because I follow a lot of fitness influencers. Like that's like has been my thing since I joined Instagram in 2012 after I walked across that stage in high school, is the fact that fitness influencers, this is not right though, if I'm being honest, is that whether they bought their body or they actually really worked hard for their body is their billboard. And usually when people they usually like 90 feels like 90% of the time, 99, people don't really listen to what you have to say and try to find out if you know what you're talking about and if this is actually going to benefit them, like health wise. Like it's not detrimental to their health what you are advising them to do. But they see your body, they see that you're lean, you're natty, you're ripped, all the things, whether you use steroids or not. They just see that and immediately assume and believe that if I follow those same workout you're doing, eat the same foods that you're eating, work out at the same time of day that you work out, I should look like that in 6 months. I should look like that in 4 months. I should look like that in 3 months. Now, for those who have been in the fitness, who are transparent and, they have ethics, they have morals and things like that, and they did not buy BBL or anything like that. And for me, who, knows a little bit about, my health and stuff, I do know that. No, that's not simple. That's not how it works. But for those who don't want to do the research, who just wants something quick, I mean, Ozempic, I'm getting controversial, but still, yeah, they just assume that you look ripped, and so if I follow your workout and do what you tell me to do, I'm gonna look ripped too. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. Fitness is kind of easy when you want to be a fitness influencer. Just get natty, just get ripped, even if you paid for it or whatever, and then just start pitching out, your diet plan and stuff like that, and people will pay for it, especially if it's cheap. If you're telling like 300, they probably wouldn't do that. But if it's like $15 a month, they're in there. They're in there like swimwear. And like I said, it's not right, but that's what people do. It is what it is. And so I'm thinking about this person in particular who, instead of that person creating content for everybody or people online who want to be CrossFitters and NPC bikini competitors, create content for new mothers trying to fit back into their favorite clothes before the baby weight. There you go. Do that. Because here's the thing. First of all, I'm just taking this personal advice for myself. When I'm trying to create content for everybody, it's overwhelming, it's depressing, and I don't want to show up versus just being like, hey, I'm gonna create content for who I was or where I was 6 years ago, 10 years ago. It makes it very easy, it makes it very relatable and less overwhelming. And so if this person who has lost a lot of weight, a lot of baby weight, and looks very good, as a mom of two, and is very, is healthy. That's who you really need to pitch to, who you really need to talk to, rather than honestly trying to talk to somebody like me who doesn't have any kids. Honestly, all my weight has been gained from just stress eating and late nights and not sleeping and not really going to the gym because I get too busy. Like I just have freaking like fast food weight gain really. And so now like I'm back in the gym and I'm kind of eating right, but it's a work in progress. We gotta not do all this crazy stuff at once. Just try to add a little bit to it. But I'm not saying I want to be natty like I was in college, but I definitely want to be pretty lean. Um, and obviously I'm gonna seek out, somebody probably my age that has a body that I want at this age. And so therefore it wouldn't benefit me to train or to talk to someone who is a mom. Like I don't want a respectfully a mom bod because I'm not a mom. I still want to look athletic like I used to, but I'm 30 and I like food. And so that's what I'm trying to get at with this is like instead of trying to pitch to me or create content where you think it would attract someone like me, attract the moms who are just trying to get back in, into their favorite clothes, who are just trying to shed the baby weight, who are just trying to be healthy and feel good, you know? Like I mean for real, like, unless you want to go in and you want to look like an NPC competitor in a CrossFitter, like hey, okay, yeah, and start reaching out to those people, but seriously, when your body looks a certain way, attract people who want to look just like that. And I think I'm gonna stop there because I feel like if I go any further, not saying I'll be like offensive or anything like that, but maybe people will take it wrong. It is what it is, but that was not my intention. And that's as far as I'm gonna go with it, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so another thing that this individual can do, if they want passive income here in the next 5 years, is provide value. Keep posting how you look, putting in work at the gym and workouts with your clients, but also share and demonstrate the movements, reps, and sets for the workout you're doing that day, and state a call to action like save this post for future reference. Make a post once a month sharing photos of what you look like before versus now, since you have committed to the gym, for new followers and for those who just need a consistent reminder that it was possible for you, so it will be possible for them too. Um, and also too, something I didn't put in my notes, but I definitely want to add is like you don't have to have a fancy camera. You don't have to go out and buy a mirrorless camera unless that's just like a workflow that you want. You don't have to do that. You can do all of this with your phone. You can do, use the on your phone editing app like CapCut, or I think I use Squarespace, like took it over. I'm trying to remember the name of the darn thing. Unfold. Unfold. Like Unfold is like plug and play, just like drop in the photos or whatever and let them create a collage for you. Like I just want you to know, like when it comes to fitness, unless you own like the only people in fitness that I have seen that really invest a lot of money and time and effort into their edits and to the quality of their content is CrossFitters. Like like top 10, top 20 CrossFitters. That's it. Other than that, fitness influencers for the most part, even people in the CrossFitting phase, just set up their phones and just have text over about the different workouts that they're doing. Like they just mini vlogs. It's great, honestly. Like I feel like definitely the fitness industry is oversaturated and it's kind of hard to get into. But like honestly though, as far as like barrier to entries with trying to get camera equipment and shooting 24 frames and have a cinematic and all this stuff, like you don't have to do that. You really can shoot a lot of this with your phone and use CapCut templates where you just plug in the footage that you have or use, Unfold. It's great. So I just wanted to add that too. And, if that you're also somebody listening who wants to be in the fitness industry, because I'm seeing too many CrossFitters specifically, and one friend that I follow that is a CrossFitter that just uses their phone, and the content is great and it's valuable. It's awesome. I love it. And so, if this person commits to this strategy, getting better with every post, testing to see what benefits their audience and what doesn't, in 5 years, they will have a solid following that will buy anything they promote because they know, like, and trust them. And through their content, they know it is not about the money, but it's about improving their health that will undoubtedly improve the quality of their life. So don't be disappointed if or when a post you create goes viral with 16.7 million views and Instagram pays you a penny. True story. A follower I watch, or a follower, how do I want to say this? A follower I watch, a follower I create. I follow a creator who posted the views and the payout from IG, and it was mad disrespectful, but that that did say a lot about the fact that 16.7 million views doesn't mean a absolute thing. Maybe on YouTube, but definitely not on Instagram specifically and TikTok. So, owning a profitable owning a profitable business or brand is a marathon, not a sprint. So be realistic and keep showing up every day and getting better. And then one day you will look up and have multiple forms of passive income because of your discipline and consistency. So thank you for listening to this episode of the Creators Initiative. If you found this episode helpful, please share with a friend and don't forget to rate this podcast on whatever platform you use. Until the next episode, I hope you gain confidence and inspiration to show up your way and on your terms. Bye.